Who's touching the thermostat? No, it's at 72. It's been 72.
It's supposed to be always 70.
I haven't touched it. I just touched it. Ah.
Well, anyway, there's a lot going on here. And this is the newest project so far. Right there. This is the one that Garrett got me. This is what it's supposed to look like at the end of it. I believe this is a 1970 or, yeah, 1969 Camaro SS. Beautiful piece of machinery. Or Camaro Z28, I mean. So that's what we're doing next. I already showed you Molnir. Okay, beautiful. Wow, okay, we're outside. What am I doing on this? What am I doing? I'm telling you guys about the breakthrough series. All right, it's going great. Honestly, it's not going too terribly. I think right now I'm just trying to figure out what to do next. I think today's gonna be more like just like a sit down talking kind of video where I kind of go over some of the things that I do to prep here before I go out and play golf. Just kind of talk about some of the workouts and some of the stretching things that I do before I play, some of the things I do on good weeks. Just kind of like more of a simpler video. I know a lot of people want to kind of like a breakdown of the routine and the back problems and how things are going and stuff. I actually had kind of a little blowout 3 days ago with my hip again, same area, the sciatic pain. And I was planning on going golf 3 days ago, but then it hurt really bad. So then I was like, crap. So then I had to like ice it and go over some of the stuff, which I'll go over with you today. And we can kind of get into that. Before we get into all that, please, if you're new, please subscribe. Love to have you hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you have no idea what's going on, essentially I'm doing a breakthrough series where I talk about how to play with back issues and also just hopefully play some decent golf on like the road to scratch or a little better, that kind of thing too with the breakthrough series. So I'm just trying to play a little better too. So hopefully you guys are all in tune with that. But yeah, I guess we'll just kind of go over some of the stuff with how I do it. Got the family here, so you'll probably see them around. And then maybe we'll try and get out and go play today at Waters Creek or something, just like that little par 3 course with my wedges and something, and do something fun or something. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the videos recently. Actually have a procedure coming up on my back. It's called a rhizotomy. Or an RFA. That's coming up soon, so I will probably try to film that and get that on video for you guys. Not like the procedure, but like just videoing that whole day. Where like I'm not supposed to eat or drink anything, past midnight, and then I can't eat or drink anything in the morning until the procedure is over and stuff. So like I'll go over all that. But I am planning that procedure, and hopefully it helps my back problems a little bit, and I can go to the gym and work on my lower back and my hip and get those things stronger and more flexible so that the pain hopefully doesn't come back. That's the goal. Don't know if that's going to happen, but that would be phenomenal if it does. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be in Kansas pretty soon, Kansas City. Going to be filming at Sunflower, hopefully with Garrett. I'm going to be filming at the junior course, trying to get a bunch of videos over there for the breakthrough series. Got to find someone else to get another match series started with. I know me and Collins is unfortunately taking a break. He's just cranking out all those videos right now. So he's just cranking out videos in general, him and Max and Luis and all the guys over there. So it's phenomenal what they do. Hopefully you guys are checking out the Good Championship. But yeah, he's always super busy. So I think I'm going to try to find another person to try to start a match series with. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's the goal. Yeah, Kansas City is going to be super fun. We're doing a live event down there. If you guys are going to be in the area or in Kansas City, please come down, check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to hang out with all you guys, sign autographs, take pictures, do that whole fun day. So stay tuned for that. And hopefully I can get 4 videos over in Kansas City for the breakthrough series. We'll have to figure that out. But anyway, let's jump right into what I do on a normal basis. Okay, so we'll start with this bad boy. This is called a reverse hyper machine. West side barbell, beautiful piece of machinery. I think I got this after I blew my back out the first time. Yeah, I did. So it doesn't matter when I got it, but this piece of machinery is beautiful. This is what I'll do a lot. I'll usually not do any weight, but you can actually put weight on here. And essentially what it does is you put your feet up here and your arms out like this and your feet dangle. And then you'll have like the weight and it'll swing your legs forward and then back. And that's essentially all you do. It's just this. And it feels phenomenal. Essentially what it's doing is for the lower sacrum, the lower part of your spine, is you're just, like this is the top part of your spine, this is the bottom part of your spine. Your legs go underneath and then back out, and it's just trying to separate just trying to separate that lower part of your spine, and then it comes back and it separates and it comes back and it does that. And essentially just makes it really, really strong. If you put weight on it, you know, you can get a little further underneath and it helps separate it even more. So this is, if you guys know Westside Barbell and you know Louie, phenomenal dude. Cameron, actually my old trainer. We might start working out potentially again if I can get this guy figured out. Introduced me to this bad boy, and it's done wonders. Louie blew his back out, and he was powerlifting super heavy, and then he was like, how do my back's like broken, but I want to keep lifting. What do I do? And the hyper extension machine was around, but he was like, what can I do to make it better? So he was like, what if I just flipped it around, the hyper extension, and just turned it around essentially and made it upside down. So he created the reverse hyper machine, and he did these for a long time. He, you know, guys would do lots of weight, you know, like 445s on each side, and he got super strong, and then he was able to lift again. So unfortunately I haven't really been able to do these a lot because the pain has shifted from my lower back down into my sciatic. It became lower back pain, and then it was sciatic pain. Essentially just means butt pain, kind of runs down the butt a little bit. So it actually, like, my left leg can't sometimes extend fully. So like this one I can get all the way up and not hurt, but this one, it can only go right there. So that's as high as it can go before I can start feeling that pain. So it's kind of tough to do these a little bit, but I can do them with no weight, and it helps a lot. So I use this a lot, lots of reps, and it helps with a lot of pain. Next thing, all right, so another thing that I love and that I use a lot, Theragun. It's not a plug for them. It's not an ad, but I do use them a lot. I bought these for me and Maddie. They're the small ones. They have the really big ones, which is the one that I wanted to buy because there's a lot of power, but they're way too big for me travel size wise. So I just got the small ones, super easy to travel with. The battery lasts a long time. I use this a lot. I use this every morning, sometimes throughout the day, and sometimes and always at night. So typically I'll wake up, you know, I'll do my breakfast routine and whatever that is, and then I'll do lots of stretches. So typically I go to the gym and do like most of my stretches there. They have like those hip flexor machines. So I'll use those a lot, try and strengthen the hip. I'll do lots of core. Core is what I've started to learn is like how people, if you have lots of back problems, you work super hard on your core, because that's actually what can strengthen and help you use less of your back and more of your core strength. So then your back is, you know, like how they say, like lift with your legs. So a lot of people like bend over and pick stuff up. But if you strengthen your core, you'll start using this part of your body to lift things up instead of your lower back. When you work out, a lot of people will use their lower back to do lifting. But if you get this thing super strong, that's why when I was powerlifting back in my day, my back really never hurt because I had a super strong core. So I was able to pick up the 300, 400, 500 pounds using my core mostly. And so my back didn't really hurt. Again, I don't know if that's what caused my back blowout. It could have, but I know I had really good form and it didn't really hurt most days. So strengthen the core at the gym, and I'll just do lots of basic stretches here at the house. Again, there's this beautiful app called Wealth. I'll put it up on the screen. I'll show you guys what that looks like. They have lots of great exercises on there. I was talking with one of the guys, and they have a great team. Lots of great exercises for people who have herniated discs and sciatic pain and back problems and stuff. And they design exercises specifically for those people who have had disc problems and bulging discs. And I've been doing lots of their exercises. I do them all the time at the gym, and they're phenomenal. I'll show you kind of what their site looks like and everything. It's really cool. One of them is, I don't know what they call it, but it's just like essentially it's whatever this hip thing is called. You start on one side, and you kind of I feel it on the right side of this hip, stretch a little bit, and then you just switch. And that's all you do. Typically you'll hold it for a little bit and just kind of go back and forth. Great exercise. There's like the bridges, so you guys know how to do bridges and stuff. And there was one that they created. It's like, I don't know if they created, but it's called like, instead of like just like the neutral bridge spine when you go like this and down, which is very common, very normal. They have one which it's like called the rolling bridge. So like I'll roll my spine down until I hit my butt a little bit, and then I'll just roll it back up. Roll. So like I'll do that. They're really keen on doing pelvic tilts. So you can do pelvic tilts, you know, like the cat-cow thing that people do. So instead of doing cat-cow, you just roll and just focus on the pelvic tilt, which you can also do standing up, which they do. You just stand here and just roll it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird looking. A lot of these things you will look weird looking, but I promise they help a lot. So I have some bands. I think Maddie had some bands, and I would wrap them like around my legs here, and I would just do these, keeping tension the entire time. And you move very, very slow, but you have like a band around, and you're supposed to like, the band will make your knees come in, but you're supposed to push your knees out and just walk super, super slowly all the way down, all the way back, and then turn, other leg forward, all the way down, all the way back. And that helps really like put enormous like heat. Like I just feel the heat in both of my hips when I'm doing that, and it feels phenomenal. So I'll do that a lot. Lots of physical therapy exercises that I have that I do. This one is great. I'm sure a lot of people know this one. You're just right here, cat-cow position, and you just raise. Don't let your arm or your leg touch the ground, and you just do these. I should be doing 100 of these a day, my physical therapist said. Then you just switch to the other side, and it puts like that little pressure on the lower back, and you just hold it for a second, like you do. I'll do 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll hold the last one for like 10 seconds, and then like it's a really, really good burnout. So I'll do that. Lots of different, I'm sure there's a bunch of other things that I do, and honestly, just like the basic stretches, like the frog pose. This one's gonna look really weird. Just sit here like this. I'll sit here for 45 seconds, and it really opens up both my hips, and it also helps with my lower back. It's like a really good lower back stretch and a really good hip stretch. I'll go forward a little bit too, kind of feel it in some different areas. That's a really good stretch. Yeah, and also at the end of the day, if you like, it's just hurting really bad. You've done all your stretches, and you're like, what the frick? I'm still hurting bad. What's going on? I have ibuprofen that I take. It's a prescribed one that I got from my doctor. It's like the 800 mil. It's like if you were to take 4 ibuprofens basically in one pill. And just take some regular ibuprofen, some anti-inflammatories. Obviously, don't take them all the time. I don't take them every day. I have pain right now, but I'm not going to go take ibuprofen. I'm going to do my exercises and, heating and icing all the time. I'll usually ice my back, 4 times a day. Sometimes I'll heat my back as well, and I'll just kind of go on and off sometimes. Obviously, I can't do that every day. When I'm golfing, I can't do that every single day, so sometimes that's tough. But on the days that I can do it, I do it. But I've found that getting exercise, some physical exercise, is actually very good for at least me. If I'm sitting around doing nothing all day, it'll usually get really tight, especially if I forget to do my stretches. So getting a little bit of exercise, you can walk in the treadmill, just get a little bit of movement in your body. It's really, really good for you. You don't need to go to the gym and do a 3-hour workout. You don't need to be doing all that nonsense. And you definitely shouldn't, unless you're doing like upper body. Usually when I do upper body, my lower half doesn't hurt at all. I do lots of my lifting and my exercise at Lifetime because they have a vibrating plate, which, a lot of gyms have them. You just stand on it and it vibrates your body, and it's like one of the best ways to warm up, I found. It's phenomenal. Vibrates your whole entire body. I'll stand on it. I'll do one leg, the other leg, and then I'll kind of sit down on it, put my booty cheeks on it, and let it vibrate my butt a little bit and kind of like open up this area where there's like lots of lactic buildup, maybe potentially. And then I'll put like I'll do that stretch on it. Like I'll put my one leg on it, stand there for 30 seconds. It'll vibrate my whole leg, go to the other side. Great warm up. And then when I'm done, great recovery. I'll do everything that I just said, and I'll do it again at the end of the workout. So this is kind of just what I do. I'm not going to say it's going to work for you guys. I'm not a doctor. But I know a lot of you guys have been talking about what are some of the things that I do before I go play golf, or how do I deal with it when it's hurting? How do I still go out and play golf? And it's basically just doing all those things, and staying very proactive. Typically, there's not a day, there's not like 2 days, 3 days where I'm not doing some of these things. Sometimes it does come in like little levels, like I can't do
everything that I just said every single day. Sometimes I miss, sometimes I wake up late on good weeks and I forget to do some of my stretches and stuff. So yeah, even if you guys don't have back problems, if you guys don't have lower back pain or bulging discs or sciatic pain, these stretches are good for you to just do before you go golf. A lot of people will cold turkey it, right? That's why Steven's got back problems. He just, you know, he is a Rolls Royce. I'll give it to him. He wakes up, doesn't do anything, no warm up, and he just goes out and hits a drive right down the middle. But that's not good. You know, you can probably ask any golfer, that's not really good for you. You want to get a little bit of stretching in, even if it's like something little on the range to loosen up. But when it comes to like your hips and your lower back, like you got to be taking care of that or else it is going to hurt. You know, you can't wake up every single day, play golf every single day, 7 days a week, not stretch and just go out there and hit and then not expect something to hurt down the road. So be cautious of that. Be mindful of that. We'll see you guys in a minute.
So essentially just got done doing, you know, my stretches and stuff. Now we're heading off to Gentle Creek. Just gonna hit the range, just kind of gonna show you guys, I guess, go through mentally on the range and stuff. Again, I've kind of done this in some of the breakthrough series, but yeah, it's gonna be very, very low key. Just kind of a chill day. I don't think I'm gonna try to play any golf today because I'm gonna be going to Kansas pretty soon, so I don't really need to worry about those sorts of things. So I'll see you guys at the course, kind of take you through my warm-up routine, my hit routine and stuff, maybe do some putting or something, but yeah, should be good. I'll see you there. Well, my microphone decided to not work. Warming up. Typically I start with wedges. I got 58, 54, 50 degree now. Finally got my 50 degree. So I'll kind of work from the 58 up to the 50 degree. And honestly, I'll probably hit 20 to 30 shots with my wedges in my hand. Help kind of like loosen up my body a little bit. Also, I need to work on my wedges more than anything else in my game right now. So typically I'll hit a lot of wedges. And then I'll kind of like work my way up to 9 iron, 7 iron, you know, kind of like skip every other club. And then I'll get up to the driver, hit a couple drivers. I'll go back down to the wedges, typically. Maybe a couple of long irons, but very simple. Stuff like some short stuff on this chipping green right here. There's a nice bunker, so I'll work on some bunker game. Yeah, obviously you won't see much of that. Actually, none of that's just what I'm gonna do after. But yeah, there's like a little bunker. Work some stuff out of here. Work some of these short pitch shots. Also a trick for a lot of people probably don't know this, but when you're going to practice short game, you know, maybe before a round or a tournament or something, and you're like trying to figure out, okay, got to get working on my short game. Don't spend too much time on the range, just work on this. Use your own golf balls, okay? Obviously, tons of range balls out here right now. I'm not gonna use any of them. I'm gonna get all my golf balls out that I would use on the course, practice with those because the spin is gonna be different. The way that lands is gonna be different. You know, how it comes out of the bunker, all that kind of stuff, it's gonna be a lot different. So make sure you're using the golf balls that you would use on the course. It's gonna help you a lot more when you're practicing some of this short game stuff. So keep that in mind. And that's probably gonna wrap up the video. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed
my microphone stopped working, so it's internal audio. But hopefully you guys enjoyed nonetheless. I love you guys. Please subscribe. On the road to 300,000 subscribers. We're getting close. This breakthrough series, trying to figure out what else I should post. Everybody's, you know, doing their own matches and stuff. I'm just trying to stay true to this breakthrough series because I know it's probably, you know, maybe pretty boring at some points, but, you know, maybe it's helping some of you guys out and how to deal with some back pain when you're playing right now. My hip feels really good. Didn't hurt at all on the range, which is great. It hurts typically more when I'm out playing like a full 18 holes of golf. My hip will definitely hurt after I'm done. So try and take it easy on the range. If you guys have back problems, do what you can. If it is hurting, I would definitely recommend not trying to go play, but maybe you can try and go practice. You know, my hip, if it hurts really, really bad, I can still typically go to the short game area, this area, putting, right? Big old biceps. Get a grip, okay? Remember who you're talking to. I just work on some of those things, guys. Love you guys again. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are ready for all the good content. Hopefully you guys are ready to watch who wins the tournament as well. Love you guys. Catch you next one. Bye.